Welcome to another episode of Empower Connect, the podcast where we explore the transformative journey of forgiveness, personal growth, and connecting to God, self, and others. I'm your host, Carolyn McLean, and today I want to turn our attention to the profound insights found in Psalms 2. Psalms 2 is a remarkable passage that reveals deep insights about the nature of God's slavery, the Messiah, and the rebellions of humanity. So let's unpack this beautiful Psalms together. Psalms 2, the New King James Version. Verses 1 through 3 reads, "Why do the nations rage, and the people plot a vain thing? The kings of the earth sets themselves, and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord and against his anointed, saying, Let us break their bond in pieces and cast away their cord from us." The Psalms begins with a question. Why do the nations rage, and the people plot a vain thing? Here we see the psalmist wondering at the rebellions of humanity against God. The nations and the people represent all humanity, and their plotting and conspiring symbolizes the rejections of God's authority. Verses 4 through 6. He who sit in the heavens shall laugh. The Lord shall hold them in desolation. Then he shall speak to them in his wrath, and distress them in his deep displeasure. Yet I have set my king on my holy hill of Zion. But in the midst of this rebellion, we find an incredible revelation about God. Verse 4 tells us, "He who sits in the heavens laughs. The Lord scoffs at them." The laughter isn't a mockery one. It's a laughter of divine confidence and assurance. God's authority and slavery are unshakable by humans' rebellions. In fact, he responds by installing his king of Zion, his holy hill. Verses 7 through 9. "I would declare and decree, the Lord has said to me, You are my son. Today I have begotten you. Ask of me, and I will give you the nations for your inheritance, and the end of the earth for your possessions. You shall break them with a rod of iron. You shall dash them into pieces like a potter's vessel." The Psalms take an extraordinary turn in verses 7 through 8, where we encounter the promises of the coming Messiah. God declares, "I will proclaim the Lord's decree. He said to me, You are my son. Today I have become your father." This passage speaks the unique relationship between God and the Messiah, who describes as God's own son. The Messiah is given the authority to rule over the nations and to break them with an iron scepter. This is a profound prophecy of Jesus Christ, the ultimate fulfillment of this Messiah promise. Verses 10 through 12. "Now therefore be wise, O king, be instructed, you judges of the earth. Serve the Lord with fear, and rejoice with trembling. Kiss the Son, lest he be angry, and you perish in the way, when his wrath is kindled but a little." The Psalms conclude with a call of wisdom and a warning to rebellions. It invites the rulers of the earth to submit to the Lord with reverence and to serve him with fear and trembling. Those who take refuge in him will be blessed, but those who resist will face his wrath. So what does Psalms 2 mean to us today? It reminds us of God's unshakable sovereignty over all the chaos and rebellions in the world. It points to Jesus Christ as our promised Messiah to bring salvation to those who believe in him. And it calls us to submit to God's authority and find refuge in him, rather than resist his rule. Psalms 2, in its pathetic and prophetic language, conveys a timeless message about the superior of God's kingship and the ultimate authority of the Anointed One. It calls on all people, especially earthly leaders, to acknowledge and submit to his divine authority. Thank you for joining me on this journey through Psalms 2. As we reflect on the powerful message of this psalm, may it deepen our trust in God's sovereignty and lead us to worship the King of Kings, Jesus Christ. If you have enjoyed this episode, please subscribe to this podcast and share it with others who you may feel benefits from these discussions. I would love to hear your thoughts, so feel free to leave me a review or connect to me on social media. And remember this is not the end of your story. You may get knocked down, but you are not out. Just get up and turn the page and start a new chapter. Until next time, keep forgiving, keep growing, keep connecting. Take care and be empowered.